Previously on The Collected.
The father, Hell said. The others will survive. Sigrun's face didn't change. She laid the record down the way she always did, steady, precise, because the record mattered even when it didn't change the outcome, especially then. Military service, 2 tours, a commendation. He carried a wounded man 4 miles. He's 41 years old. His children are 7 and 4.
The Bridge Argument. The Calloway Bridge was built in 1961, and it looked it. It crossed a river that used to power a mill in a town that had been arguing about whether to tear the bridge down or restore it for so long that everyone had gotten tired of being right. The bridge stayed. Time passed. Just past 3 in the morning, it was always empty. Except tonight. A man sat on the railing on the far side, not the posture of someone looking at the view, the posture of someone who had made a decision and was sitting with it before acting on it. His name was Danny. He was 33. Sigrun arrived first. She walked onto the bridge, and something in the air changed, a shift in quality, a presence that wasn't warm but was deliberate, and Danny turned his head. He looked at her. She stopped 10 feet away. "Don't," she said. "Who are you?" Someone who has watched too many people make this choice. Direct, no softness, no performance of gentleness. Someone who knows exactly what it costs the people who are left. He turned back to the river. "You don't know anything about me. I know you've been sitting here 40 minutes. I know your apartment on the east side has broken heating. I know you haven't eaten today." A pause. "I know your mother's name is Ruth. I know she doesn't know where you are. I know she has called 9 times in the last 3 hours, and that each call was longer than the last because she was getting more afraid, not less." He went very still. "How do you—" "It doesn't matter. Get down." Hell arrived. She didn't come from either end of the bridge. She was simply there, at the center of it, as if she had risen from the river below, or from something older than the river. The bridge itself seemed to respond to her, the old wood settling differently under her feet, the cables humming at a lower frequency, the river sounds beneath them going momentarily, unnaturally quiet. The cold she carried rolled across the bridge like a front moving in. Sigrun felt it and turned and put herself between Hell and Danny without hesitating. "No," she said. Hell looked at her, those flat, deep eyes taking in the situation with complete calm. "He came here to end it," said Hell. "He came here because he ran out of other ideas," hunted Sigrun. "That is not the same thing, and you know it. I have stood on 1,000 fields. I know the look of someone with nothing left. He has something left. It's buried, and he can't find it right now, but it is there." She stepped closer to Hell, her voice dropping. "He has been sitting on that railing for 40 minutes, and he has not moved. That means something. You know it means something." Hell looked past Sigrun at Danny.
He was watching them both. His face was the face of someone not sure if this was real, which was, Sigrun knew, exactly the kind of moment that could go either way. "What's her name?" Sigrun asked. She had turned back to Danny without waiting for Hel's answer. "What?" "Your mother, Ruth. What does she call you?" A long silence. The river moved below them, black and cold, carrying everything forward whether you wanted it to or not. "Danny," he said. His voice broke on it. "Danny," she said it back like an anchor, like a name was a rope. "Get down." He looked at her. In his eyes something small, something still there. He looked at the river. He looked back. Behind them both, Hel stood in the center of the bridge, and the cold radiated from her, and her shadow fell in 4 directions, and she was fully present in the way she had been in that ICU room, in that intersection, immense and patient and ancient, waiting for what would be. Danny got down. He half fell, his sneakers hitting the boards hard, and then he was standing on the bridge with his hands shaking and his face doing something he hadn't let it do in a long time. Sigrun put her hand on his shoulder, just once, just briefly. "Call Ruth," she said. He nodded, reached for his phone, hands shaking so badly he almost dropped it. Sigrun stepped back. She turned to Hel. They looked at each other across the length of the bridge, the cold between them, the river below. Hel turned and walked back the way she had come, or rather, she was there, and then she was not, the way the dark is not when light returns. Her cold lingered for a moment, then lifted. Sigrun stood at the railing. She looked down at the river, black and moving, carrying everything forward whether you wanted it to or not. Behind her, Danny's phone connected. "Danny, it's 3 in the morning. What's—" "Mum," his voice was completely destroyed, nothing held back, nothing managed, just the bare fact of still being alive and still being hers. "Mum, can you come?" Sigrun looked at the river for a long moment. Something crossed her face, brief, there and gone, but it was there.
Please like and subscribe.
Sigrun came through the door. She looked at the maps on the walls with genuine attention, not the performed attention of someone being polite, but the focused inventory she brought to everything. She was building the record before she said a word. She said, "The Mongolia River." Thomas said. He was doing something precise and didn't look up. "I know that river. I'd imagine you know most of them." She moved behind him and looked at the map on the drafting table, at the coastline he was rendering with a patience and precision that had nothing to do with the commission and everything to do with who he was.
On the next episode of The Collected.